Hello and welcome to Beyond American Shores, where Japanese toys are seen and heard. Well, it's 2012, and I thought of doing a line that I've been wanting to do for a long time on this show. And that line is... No. I don't want to get in that. No. Getting colder. Alright, stop. Stop! You're getting way too far here. Alright, the line that I've been wanting to look at is the Power Rangers Retrofire Series. For those that don't know, the Retrofire Series started all the way back in 2009 as part of the Power Rangers Super Legends line. They were basically 5-inch figures that were based off of Power Ranger Megazords. There was a ton of them in 2009. There were 6 that were released. However, there were none released in 2010. There was supposed to be, but it was basically delayed until 2011, where they have returned. So today, we're taking a look at 2 Retrofire Megazords. One that came out 3 years ago in 2009, and one that just came out last year in 2011, which are the Power Rangers Retrofire Delta Squad Megazord and the Power Rangers Retrofire Mystic Force Titan Megazord. Okay, the package for the Retrofire Titan Megazord is actually pretty simple. It's basically a red background with the Power Rangers Super Legends logo on it and a bunch of Red Rangers. Well, except for the Operation Overdrive Black Ranger at the bottom. On one side, it's got a picture of the Titan Megazord, the Retrofire one. On the back, it shows all the Retrofires that were released in 2009. And when you open up the box, yes you can, it has a small little summary of Power Rangers Mystic Force. Now, here we have the package for the Delta Squad Megazord. And basically, this is actually really interesting. This is part of the Power Rangers Samurai line. On the front of the box, on the front of the cylinder package, it has the Power Rangers SPD logo and Samurai logo, basically saying this is a collector's edition. On the back, it shows the Delta Squad Megazord posing, and it says cool battle poses. Plus it also has a brief summary of Power Rangers SPD. By the way, that summary contains spoilers. And also shows the Jungle Pride Megazord that was released at the same time as the Delta Squad Megazord. Now here we have the Retrofire Titan Megazord. And right off the bat, it looks great. The detail on the front of the figure looks perfect. However, it is missing a lot of detail at the back. You can see on the back, basically all the stuff that's molded in, however, it just needs paint. The detail is great for this figure, except for the back, which could use some improvement. There is a lot of articulation on this figure. Its arms move up and down, but because of the wings that are blocking the way, it can't turn a whole 360 degrees. But that's okay. The wings are detachable. It just looks better with the wings on. So, the arms can turn 360 degrees without the wings. Its head can twist 360 degrees, it can look up, it can look down, and it can tilt from side to side. Both arms can swivel. However, they have no elbow joints, which would have been a lot better if both of them had at least some elbow joints. Only one hand can twist 360 degrees, and that's basically the one that can hold the weapon. The other one cannot. One thing I kind of don't like about the Retrofire line is that they're not consistent with their arm articulation. The body can twist 360 degrees, the legs can move forward and back, they can bend, split, they can twist, and the feet can move up and down. So that's it for the articulation for the Titan Megazord. It also comes with two accessories, the first one being the Titan Saber, and this is actually done really well. You can see all the stuff that's molded in, but it could have used a little paint basically on the handle of the sword. But overall, it's actually a pretty good weapon, but sadly it can be held in one arm. It also comes with a stand. Isn't that pretty cool? The stand is basically in the shape of the Power Rangers lightning bolt. Now this is actually from the second set of Retrofires because it has two pegs to put the Retrofire on. The second set of Retrofires were the Titan Megazord, the Dino Thunder Thundersaurus Megazord, and the Valve Max Megazord from RPM. To attach the stand, what you do is basically plug the pegs that are on the stand onto the bottom of the Titan Megazord. As you can see, they basically have two pegs that you can attach the stand to. One peg will make it lean forward so it looks like it's flying, and
a pose that'll make you hold up your sword and say, "By the power of Grayskull, I have the power!"
now that looks awesome.
This toy is actually pretty good. The detail is good, but however, the arm articulation kinda doesn't really look good. When I think of an action figure, I think both arms actually balanced. So one thing that this line really needs, elbow joints, so that the upper arm can move, so that you can do more poses with. So, final verdict, I give it a maybe good. Now, let's take a look at our final one for today, the Delta Squad Megazord from Power Rangers SPD.
Here we have the Retrofire Delta Squad Megazord, and to me, this is probably one of the weaker ones when it comes to detail. Not the weakest, but one of the weakest. On the back, it's not painted, yet on the front, it's actually painted. For example, on the arms, well, basically on the shoulders, you can see the windows being painted gray, and then on the back, it's basically white. So they basically forgot to paint these. You can see all the stuff molded in. Well, that's actually pretty good. But it'd be cool if, like, the red paint was replaced with a clear red plastic, so it actually kind of looks like a siren. Like the Titan Megazord, this Megazord also has a lot of articulation. The arms can turn 360 degrees, they can bend from side to side. The yellow arm actually has an elbow joint, which is actually really good. And the pink arm does not. It still has that shoulder joint, but not the elbow joint. That's fine. The arm can twist 360 degrees. The head can twist 360 degrees, look up and look down. The body can twist 360 degrees. The legs can move forward and back, bend at the knee, split, turn at the knee, and bend at the foot. So this is actually a pretty good figure with articulation. It only comes with one accessory, the Mega Blaster. It's this giant gun for the Delta Squad Megazord. Sadly, it's got the right amount of molding into it. All it needs is some paint. That's all it needs. The Delta Squad Megazord can hold the gun with two hands, making it look awesome. The Delta Squad Megazord can also use a stand from the first set of Retrofire Megazords, which used one peg instead of two. So you can make it do poses like this.
This toy is actually okay. While it's missing a bit of detail, it got better with the articulation. Especially with the arms. It's more balanced. Even though it's missing elbow joints, both arms are actually well balanced, because they both have the same articulation on both sides. So this is a pretty well balanced figure. So, final verdict, I give it a maybe good. It actually does well. Well, that's the Retrofire review. Anyways, I'm the Tokutor Reviewer, and see you guys on the next Beyond American Shores. Reviewer out!